Maido! Hi there, Japan fans. On today's show, we're going to talk about distractions. Rezen o master shimashou. This is the 8th year of the Presentation Japan Series podcast. We're beaming around the world to you from sunny Minato-ku in Tokyo. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, the president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and the 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaeigyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery, or in Japanese, Anata mo Prezen no Tachijin. Plus, Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Muru ni Suru wa Yamimashou, and all are available on Amazon. Through this podcast, I want to help you become a better speaker to be 1, clear, 2, confident, 3, persuasive, 4, highly influential with those around you. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on Apple Podcasts. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentations Japan series. And every second Tuesday, the Business Tachijin no Oshie show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast, and Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Now, this is episode number 383. Today, we're talking about removing distractions when we are presenting in Japan. Snatching defeat from the jaws of victory is a bad idea. And yet, so many presenters do it. I was attending an annual general meeting event and the organization president gave a short talk. The content was appropriate for the occasion. The length was good, not too long, not too short. The voice strength, loud enough to be easily heard, and the cadence was easy to follow. Unfortunately, he managed to slip an into just about every sentence. This is a filler word to allow the brain to assemble the next words, and it is always a catastrophe for presenters. He is a mature man, so presumably he has always been peppering his sentences with this filler word and has now built it into a solid habit. I'm not even sure he is aware he is doing it, but as the listener, it grates on you and grates every sentence. Effectively, he's opposing himself whenever he speaks. He has his message he wants to impart, and he defeats that message getting through by creating an annoying distraction for his audience. There is a cure for this bad habit. It just takes time, patience, and discipline to break it. Pursing our lips becomes a technological intervention we need to stop using filler words. When we start a sentence, hit the first word with a little more strength than the other words so that no filler word can intervene. We now concentrate on speaking continuously and smoothly with no breaks. Again, we deny filler words any entry points. When we get to the end of the sentence, we purse our lips together so no words can emerge, and we get ready to hit the next first word in the sentence slightly harder than the other words. We just keep repeating this process. It won't eliminate filler words automatically or immediately, but you will find you no longer start your sentence, as a lot of people do, with This flow continuity of the sentence is important. That doesn't mean we cannot use pauses. The pauses need the same application I described we should use at the start of the sentence. When you get to a pause, you're effectively starting again. So purse the lips so no ums can emerge, and hit that next word a little harder so no arms can intervene when you restart. Find out more. We come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public courses, but we also do custom in-house programs. We do them in Japanese, we do them in English, we do them in our super safe classroom, and we do them live online. Our show today is being brought to you by, on the 9th of May, we'll have our 3-day Dale Carnegie course. On the 5th of June, we're doing our 12-week Dale Carnegie course, and on the 6th of June, we'll start our Leadership Training for Managers 3-day program. Go to our website, dale-carnegie.co.jp. That's Dale, D-A-L-E, Carnegie, CARNEGIE.co.jp. Lots and lots of value there for you. To do better in Japan, email me at greg.story, that's greg.story, S-T-O-R-Y, at dalecarnegie.com. If you like learning by watching videos, then we have over 2,300 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show in Japan, every Monday, Tokyo time. Fridays, we have the Japan Business Mastery Show, and on Saturdays, we release Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders from SMEs right up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Now, every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. Get my best-selling books on business in Japan. The Bible on Selling, Japan Sales Mastery, that's Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery, which is Anatomo Present no Tachijin in translation, plus Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Budnisu no wa Yamimashou. And all are available on Amazon. Welcome back. Keep working on this pattern, and eventually you will almost entirely eliminate filler words. I know this is true because, like everyone else, I was using ums and ahs too. Once I worked on eliminating them using this technique, life got a lot better. It is a very rare occasion today that a filler word slips into my sentences. I do a lot of training in public speaking, which is not me reading stuff, but coming straight out of my brain. This means there's always the problems of trying to think what I want to say and having a filler word pop up. When I look at videos of my presentations, I can see that there are almost no filler words, so the system is working. I was watching a video on how shoes are handmade, and the cobbler had a habit of saying, you know, in almost every sentence. Technically, this is not a filler word, but it is a bad habit, and again distracts the audience from a message. Not just humble cobblers get trapped with these junk expressions, which add no value to what we're saying. I was chatting with a high-powered lawyer here about how important presenting skills were for lawyers. He agreed. He assured me he was always making an effort to speak well and differentiate himself from all the other hungry lawyers out there looking for new clients. Lo and behold, next minute, he was up on stage in a panel discussion, and there they were. A continuous string of you-know combinations distracting from what he was saying. Another one is like, which gets thrown in for no reason. It gets quite sad when the really challenged start linking them together. Well, you know, like. This is a lifetime of habit formation with no conscious thought going into the process of presenting in front of others. As I said, video is such a great tool. Whenever I present, I always try to video myself. I do this to drive the content out through social media, but also so that I can check myself to see if I have any bad habits creeping in. Just in case you get the impression I see myself perfect, I am working on my overuse of so. I have a habit of abusing this word as a bridge between chapters or sections of what I'm going to say. I will finish one point and then add so with a pause and move on to the next section. Once in a talk is okay, but more than that, and it comes a distraction I need to eliminate. I need to train myself to use a variety of expressions such as, let's move on. Another key point is, next, let's talk about, etc. I realized I had developed this habit when I watched myself on video. I was not conscious I was using that bridge so often. So, video review is always a good idea, no matter how much presenting we do. Did you get value from today's show? If you did, then share the love around with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Until the next episode, go out there and apply the learnings from today and become a presentations legend amongst your circle. Thank you for joining me, and please tune in next week. Remember, I'm in your corner, your go-to guy for soft skills training in Tokyo, committed to your success here in Nippon.